Hello there guys, James here. Today I'm going to share my experience of replacing a battery on my Poco F1. Now for me, doing a service is not just the cost, it's a experience. So today I'll be sharing my experience of replacing a battery for the Poco F1. If you want to know just the cost of replacement, I'll put a timestamp over here. I'll show a timestamp over here. At that time you can see only the cost of the service and replacement. So first of all, let me tell you how you can identify if the battery has gone wrong. For me, what happened was I was shooting a couple of photos and the phone just shut itself down, and after that it was not able to boot itself up. But when I connected it to the charger, it was able to successfully boot. Now that is a classic example of battery going wrong because the battery just can't provide enough power to boot up the phone. So that's how I know the battery went bust. And yeah, if your battery goes wrong too, the first symptom may be this: the phone may try to constantly reboot. It will show the Poco logo constantly, but it can't boot up fully. It will show the Poco logo, but it will keep shutting down, and it will keep trying to boot up, but it simply can't. So if you want to boot up, you just have to connect the charger. But eventually, if you keep using the phone plugged in like that on the charger, eventually you will get the point where even if you connect to the charger, it will struggle to boot up. I got to that point. So yeah. Now continuing on with the rest of the video. Now starting off, I had to go online to book the service. So I went to MI's website and chose the time slot which I liked, and I booked the service. As soon as I booked the service, they gave me a link giving the service center a name, the location, the coordinates of the service center, as well as my time slot and everything like that. So when the time came to go to the service center, I opened the SMS and I opened the coordinates that they sent me. And when I opened it, it showed some place and I went there. But as soon as I reached there, there was no service center in sight. So I was wondering, maybe if I asked the locals, they could tell me. But everyone told that there was no such building and there was no such service center there. So I got totally confused. And then what I did was I got out of the map and I then manually input the building name in the map, and then it showed me the exact place of the service center. The exact location of the service center was about 2 kilometers off from where Xiaomi told it was. So that was not a good sign, but hey, I went with that. And after I go to the service center, I like how they treated people. The procedure after you go to the service center was very straightforward. Like there was no corner cutting, it's just a straightforward procedure for everyone to follow. I like that quite a bit. And when I consulted them finally, they asked me what was wrong with my phone, and I told them it was the battery, and they asked me, is it really the battery? I told them yes, it's the battery. I know because it's the same thing happened with to another one of my phone, so I was pretty sure that it was a battery. I told them it's a battery. They told that yes, okay, we'll also be conducting some tests of our own, but as you said it's battery, then it's fine. And then a strange question came from them. They asked me that whether is it okay if they wipe the data off the phone if necessary. So I wanted to know what the point was to wipe the data for a battery replacement. But just to know what those guys were up to, I told them yes, it's okay, but only if you need to wipe the data, you should do it. Otherwise, you shouldn't wipe the data. And they agreed. They told that yes, only if we need to, we will wipe the data. Otherwise, we'll leave it alone. And they told me that they'd call me in some 3 to 4 hours. So I left the place. And before leaving the place, they asked me to write down my lock screen pin. It's okay. I found that okay because the phone wasn't booting and I didn't take the power bank or anything. So I wrote down my pin and I gave it to them. And 3 to 4 hours in, after I left the place, I got a call from them. And this is also a very strange thing. I found it very uncomfortable because, and then they called me to ask me for my MIUI account password. They didn't want me to come there and enter it. They just asked me to tell them my MI account password, which I found very inappropriate because you can't just ask for an account password. So instead of telling them, I directly went to the service center hoping that they'd give me the phone to enter it or tell me where to enter it so that I could enter. But no, they just gave me a piece of paper and pen and they just told me to write down my MIUI account password. So I changed to a temporary password and I wrote down the password. I didn't argue with them or anything. I just wrote down the temporary password and I just gave it to them. So, and then I got my phone back. Now I'll show you guys how I got my phone back, in what condition I got my phone back in. So guys, back over to the phone. What I found out was they had indeed wiped the data of the phone, and when it got returned, it was running MIUI 11.0.5 stable on Android 9. Now I didn't know why they wiped the data, but in the recent screen I found this this app called CIT, which is for some internal testing purposes. So yeah, those guys called it the final quality check, but this was the reason they had wiped the data and asked me for my password. Now I'll just reboot the phone and I'll show you if the bootloader is locked or not. The recovery, my custom recovery was replaced with stock recovery. They had replaced the custom ROM with MIUI so that they could run the internal test application. So on booting up, you can still see the bootloader unlocked logo. Also, when I told them that I was running a custom ROM, those guys had no clue what a custom ROM was. So yeah, they had to wipe my internal storage to do this. And when I got my phone back, it had about 21 or 22 percentage of battery left. And as you can see in the software, there's a lot of promotional stuff like Facebook and a bunch of preloaded apps. Okay guys, finally coming to the cost of replacement and how the replacement battery is doing. The cost of the replacement was exactly 2,795 rupees. So it's approximately 2,800 rupees. When I inquired first, they told me that it's under 2,800. So yeah, it just came under 2,800. Now talking about how the new battery is doing, I've been using it for almost a week now and yeah, it's doing pretty good. It's just like the original battery that came with the phone. It's doing pretty good. It's holding a charge very well. And yeah, the problem is sorted out now. This was what replacing the battery for my Poco F1 in my experience went like. So thank you guys for watching. If you want more of such videos, please subscribe to the channel. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them down in the comment section below. Thank you for watching guys. See you in the next video. And then